join me to make some plant-based chicken. Now, I get questions constantly of don't you miss meat, like, you know, chicken, beef, all of the things. And at first, whenever we transitioned to plant-based, like, it's not just a, hey, I just stopped eating meat and now I eat plant-based options. Like, it's a transition period, and it you can go as fast or slow as you want, but there's texture differences. You have to learn how to cook plant-based to have it be similar depending on the food item. And so, yeah, texture can be a challenge with that. Now, I can't imagine eating meat now. I have no desire. It's just not the same. I feel so much better. As a family, we all feel better eating plant-based. So it's a choice. Do what works for you. But if you ever want to try plant-based, this is how I make essentially chicken nuggets. You can do this in any fashion. So I started filming before I was I started doing this before I started filming. So in here, I have a triple batch. All right. So you don't have to do this amount. So this recipe on one batch is a 3/4 cup of Vital Wheat gluten. I find a big bulk bag on Amazon because we use it so often. Depending on your local grocery store, you may or may not be able to find it. I also have bread flour because I don't have any all-purpose flour, but flour is flour. It works pretty much all the same. So 1/4 cup flour, 3/4 cup Vital Wheat gluten, and then whatever flavoring you want your chicken to have. So what I'm going to do is, as always, the nutritional yeast, garlic, a little salt, smoked paprika, measure with your heart, and some onion powder. We're going to swirl it around a bit. These are all my dry ingredients. It is that simple. So whatever flavor you want your chicken to have, throw it in your bowl. And all I'm going to do now, I have tried both options, both water or personally use veggie broth. You can use beef broth. The veggie or beef broth can just add to the flavor. So it's up to you on how much additional flavor. I'm actually going to add a little chipotle because I want it to have a little bit of a kick. Ooh. That's going to be a big kick, but that's okay. We like it. We like it. Okay, so now that all my dry ingredients are nice and mixed up, I have a pitcher of water here. Now, for the original recipe amount, it's all your dry ingredients, whatever spices, flavorings you want to add, 1/4 cup of flour, all-purpose flour, and 3/4 cups of Vital Wheat gluten. It's technically 2/3 cups of water. However, the way I like to do it to find my consistency is just add a little water as I'm mixing. So one hand's going to start with a decent amount, and I'm just going to kind of mix, kind of fold. As you can see, I'm just kind of moving it around with my fingers. It's going to start to clump together. The key here is you don't want to over mix this. The Vital Wheat gluten gets very, very sticky very easily. It's already clumping up. So you don't have to mix aggressively. You want to kind of fold until this becomes one big ball of dough. Okay, so remember, you do not want to overmix it. Mix this just to the point of it being a big ball of dough. Because if you continue to mix and mix and mix, then it just gets really tough. The Vital Wheat gluten just gets really tough and it's super chewy. Now, if you want super chewy, by all means, go for it. But this is about the consistency that I want. So now we're going to take it to the stovetop and we're going to steam it. Ignore my excessively messy stovetop. I'm steaming some water. So all you do is we're going to put this pot or this colander on top, and we are going to tear off small pieces of the dough. So upon trial and error, it's been a minute since I've made this. I realized if you make your ball of dough firm enough, you can skip the steaming step. You do not have to do that. Now, if you put a little too much liquid, you can do one of two things. You can either go ahead and steam it so it'll kind of form the little pieces that you tear off, the nuggets, if you will, and kind of firm them up before you cook them on the pan, on the skillet. Or you can simply add more dry ingredients and not necessarily flour or the vital wheat gluten. You can do that, but then you run the risk of it getting too sticky and too firm, and it just gets a little, you try to fix a problem by creating new problems. So what I usually do if it's too wet and I don't want to take the step of steaming, then I just add more flavoring because those dry ingredients will still absorb that excess liquid. So you do not have to do the steaming step if you choose not to. Now, some of it did get eaten, but I approximated that it was about 1.5 pounds. This plus what got eaten already by me and my oldest child, it was about 1.5 pounds. Doing the math, if you're going for the argument of plant-based is more expensive, healthy eating is more expensive, 1.5 pounds with the ingredients that I use is approximately $1.25. That's not including whatever minute amount of seasonings you used, or the 1 scoop or however many of, now this is a triple batch. So, but I did account for that in my math. So it's approximately $1.25 for 1.5 pounds of chicken. I don't know what actual meat prices are in the store because it's been some years since I ate meat, but I know it's way more expensive than $1.25 for 1.5 pounds. It's up to you on what you want to do with this information. I will see you in the next recipe.